Welcome back to another edition of Tea and Toys. This time it's another spoiler video. So potential spoilers and leaks in regards to the Wave 2 of the Standard Legacy line and the Wave 2 of the Velocitron subline. So who's first up? Core size. Looks like we're going to get a reissue of the Soundwave. They're going to be using Sound Blaster this time round. And two new molds potentially with Slag and Sludge. Obviously Slag will be called Slug. I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going to get another Pretender, whether it be Decepticon or Autobot, from the core size. But that's by the by. These are the three currently leaked. And deluxe size, G1 Needle Nose. I don't think there's any other half decent Needle Noses in the Transformers fandom that people would really be clamouring for. And Armada Hotshot. Now this one was, I think, pretty obvious if they're doing a Legacy line. Hotshot, the Armada version in particular, is definitely the most iconic one that I can think of. And I'm glad to see that they've putting him in this line. And a third deluxe is just called Junkion 1. Now my initial thoughts were they're going to use the Retgar and Junkyard mold, but it's deluxe, and those other two are clearly a Voyager scale. So I'm kind of lost as to what they're going to do with that. It could in fact be Detritus using a potential new Hound mold, but we haven't seen the Hound yet. But here are the other named Junkions. And then from the Voyager series, they say Leo Prime, but it's likely going to be Leo Convoy. And a lot of people are going to like this. They might not like the scale that he's been announced in, and that's the IDW's Tarn. You know me, I'm not a big fan of IDW. I actually don't like the idea of the DJD. I don't know, something about it. I just think it's not for me in the Transformers. But a lot of people love him. A lot of people want it. He's leaked, or spoiled, but pinch of salt territory as ever. And then the leader scale, and this is a weird one. Skyquake from the Prime Universe is going to be a leader class. I thought that Tarn and Skyquake should probably be the other way around, thinking about it, but there we are. Skyquake it is. And as you can see, Armada Universe Megatron. Now, fingers crossed this is going to be a massive, huge, titanic proportions improvement from, let's just face it, the crap they released in Combiner Wars, because that was a terrible toy. That mold did not work for the Armada Megatron. So here he is, Armada Megatron in leaders. And then we got the Velocitron Wave 2 leaks, again as ever, pinch of salt territory. Who have we got? Gobots Crasher. Fingers crossed it will be based on this look of Crasher, an actual Gobot Crasher. So I would love to think that Hasbro got a deal with Warner Brothers that they can use this likeness of Crasher. Before, they have been very stylized. Fracture obviously wasn't even the same name. She was very stylized, and any other Gobot names that they've used haven't really been the Gobot from the Gobot show. Like I said, fingers crossed there's a deal with Warner Brothers that they can do proper representations of the Gobots. I personally do not like the Gobots being entered into Transformers universe. I believe they should be very much their own thing, but I don't own it. That's not up to me. And Shadow Striker. Now I've used the image from Cyberverse. There's a much older Shadow Striker using the old Robots in Disguise Sideburn mold. So I don't know what she's going to look like. I actually think the Cyberverse one is a great look and more iconic looking than the original. So I'd like to think it will be a G1ized Cyberverse version of Shadow Striker. Quite a cool character, and I think she's worthy of a place. And lastly, dropped was Hot Rod, Velocitron, which is interesting. Now, this could be a totally new, different Hot Rod. It could be the movie one for all we know, doubtful. Or it could be the Robots in Disguise Spy Changer, extremely doubtful in this size class. But some months ago, maybe even up to 12 months ago, there was a leak for Hot Rod, the pinker version, the comic book version of Hot Rod. So I think that's what this one is going to be. Let's have a little quick scroll back through. So maybe Pink Hot Rod, maybe Shadow Striker, maybe Crasher. Back into the original line, so Armada Megs, Skyquake from Prime, Tarn, Leo Convoy, a potential Junkion, Needle Nose, Hot Rod, and the core size. What do you guys and girls think? What do you think of these potential pinch of salt leaks and spoilers? Don't forget to love, like, subscribe, and see you guys and girls in the next video.